Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Shaw.
24 minutes before the hour on this Wednesday morning, and this morning much of the country is still struggling with unbearable heat this week. Records keep shattering with no sign of relief anytime soon. Aaron McLaughlin has more.
In Phoenix, a dust storm engulfing the city, ushering in the 19th consecutive day of 110-plus temps, shattering a nearly 50-year-old record. Never in the city's history has it been this hot for this long.
These kind of heat is like suffocating.
Even tourists from very hot southern Spain are overwhelmed by Arizona's heat.
Way hotter than Andalusia.
63 million Americans are living under blistering heat threats from Southern California to Miami. Parts of Texas hitting 33 consecutive days of triple digits. Austin EMS overwhelmed with calls for help.
The majority of our patients that are coming in for heat-related issues are younger males between like 18 and 50.
And it's not just soaring temperatures, thick smoke sweeping the East Coast. Nearly 70 million Americans under air quality alerts, fueled by the Canadian wildfires, now burning for weeks. The climate crisis, experts say, makes this dangerous heat wave 3 to 5 times more likely. Back in Phoenix, even the cactuses, symbols of desert survival, are suffering.
So this plant is probably 40 to 50 years old, and this is clearly a plant that is under stress. If it continues, I think the chances of survival are going to go down dramatically.
Scientists at the Desert Botanical Garden say this is a warning for us all.
If cactus have a hard time surviving here, no doubt humans are going to have a hard time adjusting for these kinds of conditions.
This is the veritable canary in a coal mine, or cactus in a coal mine.
I would say this should be a wake-up call.
Well, all of those hot temperatures are going to persist for us here in the Pacific Northwest. This morning, looking off Mount Bachelor, you can see what a brilliant sunrise we have had. And the day that follows is going to be a little warmer than what you saw yesterday. Winds have calmed at the Bend Airport. It's 55 degrees there. We've had calm winds much of the morning here for the Redmond Airport, and 51 degrees there. So already off to kind of a warm start here. Upper elevations to our south are a little cooler, and you'll see that here in just a moment. Well, we've been watching the development of this low pressure center in the Gulf of Alaska. The trough that is associated with that is huge. However, we are not going to see the effects of that simply because we have a lot of high pressure here over the Pacific Northwest, and whatever is coming in off of that system is being directed well to our north into British Columbia. Now, we are under the effects of this high pressure that is over the desert Southwest. Consequently, between those two, we wind up with plenty of sunshine and a southwesterly flow that kind of boosts our temperatures just a little bit. Well, clear skies prevail here over Washington, Oregon, most of Idaho, northern California. The closest rains are in central Nevada this morning. So consequently, not much by way of watches and warnings here. We're going to be hot and dry, but the fire weather warnings now are limited to the southern coastal range in Josephine County. Because we don't have the watches and warnings, don't let your guard down. We are going to see hot, dry, breezy conditions, and it won't take much for a small fire to get out of hand. Mid-40s to mid-50s to get things underway here this morning. Not a great deal of wind now. We've seen Sun River pick up just a little bit. We're all going to see northerly and northwesterly breezes pick up a little this afternoon, 5 to 15 miles an hour. Some areas may see gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Temperatures today a little warmer than yesterday. Some areas may struggle to get out of the upper 80s. However, low to mid 90s for just about all of Central Oregon. And yes, there is a possibility that we'll see a couple of spots hit triple digits. Well, all of that is going to equal a warmer night tonight. Most of us will be scattered through the 50s for our overnight lows. These warm temperatures are going to stay with us here for the next few days. We'll get modest cooling for the weekend and average temps going into next week.